So you guys all know the saying, too much of any good thing ends up being bad. You know that saying. Well, this new study found out that there's one exception to that rule. And that exception is working out. I love it. I love this. I love this. There was a new study that was published Friday in the JAMA Network that found that any level of cardiovascular fitness, including the kind you'd see from elite athletes, is linked to staying alive longer. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because in recent past, we've heard, at least I have, and I don't know if you, but if you have, let me know in the comment section below. I've seen all of these studies and these articles that come out that say, oh, these Michael Phelps athletes, all these, all of the athletes, the marathon runners, all of these people that do these crazy cardio heavy sports and they spend the majority of their life doing that, is doing damage to the heart, is doing worse things for their heart or just as bad things for their heart as a couch potato that eats a Big Mac every single day for every single meal. I never believed it. I was like, there's no freaking way. But there's finally a study, and a long-term study, that has come to the conclusion that yes, it is absolute bullshit. So let me tell you what the study, how the study went about. So they looked at more than 120,000 patients, average age of 53, who had taken an exercise treadmill test at the clinic sometimes between 1994 and 2014. The test results gave the researchers an objective measure of someone's overall fitness. Then, using Social Security, medical record numbers, and all that good stuff, they tracked the patients until they died, or until some of them have died, and now they're coming up with the results of up until today. So, by the end of 2017, about 13,500 people had died. Across the board, the authors found the more fit a person was, the less likely they were to be sent to an early grave. And while the life-saving effects of exercise did start to taper off, with elite athletes only being slightly more death-proof than merely highly active people, the researchers found there was no observed upper limit of benefit. So a huge caveat when it comes to this study. So you saw how the method and how they went about doing the study. And the first thing that popped into my mind was the quality of life that these people that are living longer are living, right? So we know constant repetitive movement, especially if you're an athlete, and we know this for every athlete in the history of athletes, the more you do something, the more you're using those joints, and then you form arthritis, you lose your joints, you need replacements, so on and so forth. You know how that ends, right? I wanted to know, was their quality of life good, bad, or were they just living longer? But that wasn't the question that they were after. The link is down below. You can look at it and you can see the actual study, the method, the methodology, the whole nine. But to answer the simple question, does cardiovascular exercise, even at those elite athlete levels of exercise, is it doing good, bad, or is it not a factor when it comes to longevity of life? And the answer is absolutely clear. Yes, every single author all across the board said the data shows there's correlation, causation. The more you exercise, the longer you will live. Full stop, period. The actual conclusion, and I'm going to quote the conclusion, they said cardiorespiratory fitness is a modifiable indicator of long-term mortality, and healthcare professionals should encourage patients to achieve and maintain high levels of fitness. So, just being super clear about this study. It says specifically cardiorespiratory fitness. So it's talking basically aerobic exercises. So running, swimming, long distances, not just sprinting there and back. No, talking about long distance running, sprinting, swimming, all of that stuff. So you know me, if you follow me on Instagram, which by the way you should most definitely do, I love going to the gym. I love CrossFit. When I think of the best workout in the world, I think CrossFit. But it's not talking about CrossFit. It's talking about cardiorespiratory. It's talking about aerobic, not heavy weightlifting, not things that are going to be heavy on the joints, none of that crazy shit, not short bursts, not even sprints. It's talking about long distance running, endurance workouts, aerobic workouts. The answer is clear. The better you do that. So go on your walks. When you go through nursing school, they always say walking is the best exercise you can advise your patients, from young to old, doesn't matter the age, pregnant, non-pregnant, whatever. Whatever your situation is, if you're able to walk, go walking and do it a lot and do it often. Right? Because aerobic exercises are clear. And it is a modifiable indicator when it comes to determining the longevity of one's life. It's modifiable, meaning you can live longer. You can live longer by just going for a walk, by going for a swim, by going for a run, going for a jog, getting on that bike, cycling your way through victory. Do it. Do it all. All of it. All of it. And then some.